Hey guys, Britto's Gaming here. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager and our Road to Formula 1 modded series here with Brute Force Racing. Here we are for Season 2, Preseason. We're going to get stuck into that and then also head to Round 1, the Sea Grand Prix from Russia. Got a few sponsors and some scouting stuff here, but we'll leave the sponsors for now. We'll go and look at our mail. Need to design next year's car. Another 9.7 mil in the bank, thank you very much. Now we need to decide what's best. Base stat modifier is better for engine wise. I don't think it really matters because our engine's probably going to be the best or close to the best. So I think weak and medium, it just improves our fuel efficiency a little bit, and that's pretty much all it does. It also saves us a little bit of money. So let's go for weak and medium. Also, if you guys know what these stars mean, like what does 1 star mean? How much extra does it give you? Like if you've got 1 star over 2 stars, 2 stars is obviously better, but how much better performance does it give you? What's the best stuff to choose here as far as building a car goes for the start of the next season? If you know, make sure you whack it in the comment section so I can understand it a little bit better, and also the guys that are watching can read through and understand a little bit better. Might help everybody. Now let's look at our fuel supplier. Fuel efficiency medium, but improvability is very weak. I don't know if we need to improve our improvability or not, but we'll go for medium and very weak. Here we are for material supplier, so tyre wear, we can have very weak, weak and weak, or medium and very weak. I really think our tyre wear can become a bit of an issue, tyre heating as well, but we'll leave it as that. Tyre heating, there we go, weak and medium is the best. So that'll bump them up to similar numbers. So we're only 1.5 stars across the board, so another pretty average car, whereas Season 1 we were 3 stars all round. So I'm unsure if our designer has anything to do with this sort of thing, or maybe once you step up to the Asia Pacific Super Cup, we'll be able to get a better quality car through here for the estimated output with more stars and things. So not exactly sure. If you know how it works, make sure you let us know. You probably hear I'm still a little bit crook at the moment. Alright, let's continue on. Plenty of money for dilemmas that are going to come through. Sorry, just grabbing another cough lolly. Media stuff, scout reports done on Amy McLeod. Not one of the best drivers, potential is good, marketability is terrible. Scout reports done on DOST. Not bad, but marketability is not good either. Search by ability, is there any new guys? Not yet, everyone's pretty well taken. Well, he's not, she's not. Still a lot of people that we haven't scouted yet. Heaps of people. We should get some new drivers at the start of the pre-season, so don't be too concerned at the moment. So now we've got 6 sponsors, so let's have a quick look. Over here, Mobile 1, 300,000 per race. Segafredo, 1.5 million. So this is going to be 3.9 million over here. So it's probably the one to go with, Mobile 1. So we'll take Mobile 1. Slot 1. 13th or above, 12th or above, 16th or above. I think we'll just go for this one because it's more upfront payment. We're really not going to go for 13th or above. We're probably going to target more for 4th or above in most races with Vodafone there. So anyway, let's continue on. Finish scouting another driver. Tyre simulations, here we go. First dilemma. So Johnny Navarro will be one of the stronger drivers. Potential is okay. He's dumb, which is not good. He's open to offers, but we don't really need him. We've got some good drivers at the moment. So first dilemma, we've been running some early simulations on the new car. We think there are some gains to be made with the tyre wear. 2.5 million for +1 tyre wear. So look at our tyre wear at the moment. It's pretty much 1 3/4 stars. So let's take that. Go back and look at our car now. 2 3/4 stars. So it's close to what it was last season, which is good. Anyway, let's continue on. Scout reporting Katie Linares. We know she's not good. We just need to just whack everybody and then just start scouting everyone just to see who potentially we could pick up later on if we go to the Asia Pacific Super Cup and even World Motorsport Championship. That's what we're aiming for. The road to Formula 1. That'll do for now. Anyway, continue on. Mix it up later on off camera. Not a lot going on at the moment. A little bit of mail. Below average driver. Provability is very strong. These not too bad. Wet weather struggler, not good. Hates authority. Just divorced. Okay. His potential's good, but marketability's good, but adaptability and feedback's not great, so won't even bother looking at that. Scout report's done on Jordan, all that stuff. Olsen's addicted to video games. -3 focus, -5 morale. Doesn't really help, but hey, I'm addicted to video games too. Doesn't give me -3 focus. I focus more I think. Yes, we'll let the media come in. Let's have a look. So we are team marketability 49%, 69.68, so we're 61.9. So we've still got a little bit to improve. Anyway, let's continue on. Finish scouting more drivers. Livery edit on the Sunday the 19th. Scout report's done. Righto. Edit car livery. Okay, so I think, not sure if I did have a bit of a look through this before. That black and maybe that blue. I've had a bit of a look through before off camera to see what sort of colour would suit. We want a lot more white than we did last season, so even have a look at our livery packs. Nothing there really grabs my eye, no, so that's probably the best so far. Number 4, we change that to black. Probably not enough blue if we do that. 5, 6, 7, we could possibly change that to white. That to blue. That to white. That's probably too white now. Livery 4, primary colour is white. I think that's blue, black, and that was white as well. Was it the other way around? That was blue, and that was white. So we need that blue. I think we need that white. Maybe that blue. So flick them around. There, that's the way to go, I think. That'll do. Livery 4, so blue, white, black, and blue. Light colour sponsors will be white, of course. Dark colour sponsors, blue doesn't really look good. Black we'll go with. Continue on, so that's our livery for Season 2. Brute Force Racing. Still not a lot we can do, but this car looks amazing with these slick tyres, extra wide slick tyres. Continue on. We get a few more dilemmas. We haven't got many dilemmas actually at the moment, so I haven't had many big improvements, which is a bit of a pain. Pre-season testing. Let's crack on and see how we go, eh? Overheating gearbox issues. So that's a good sign for Season 3, isn't it? Yeah, that's not ideal at all. 16th and 20th, so not looking good, not looking promising for the new season. Okay, quickly go to our car before we forget. We need to improve engine gearbox and suspension, all for the first round of the season. New mail, targets. I'm just going to go for 4th. Okay, HQ. Now we've got 37 million in the bank. I want to try and upgrade our brakes. Let's have a quick look. Or should we do suspension first? Actually, we want to do gearbox first, don't we? Because we've got the best motor, worst gearbox, brakes are 9, suspension 10th too. So we want to upgrade our gearbox, but I think our factory level 4 is the most important thing at this point in time. So now we've got the money, we'll smash that out. We're still making a little bit of money each race, so that's what we need to do. So let's continue on. Still going to scout some drivers. They want a test track. Or actually, no, we've got the test track, so they must be saying how good it is. So cool to have such amazing test track right here in our HQ. It helps so much my fundamental skills. Yep, good. It's good to know. Trucks. So she's racing trucks. +1 overtaking, +5 markability for 26 weeks. Yeehaw! Out of my way, suckers. Awesome. Good work. So now a level 4 factory. We can put the brakes on as well, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get these things boosted quick enough. Should be okay for race 1, I hope. We know it's always a bit touch and go. Look at our drivers. So we need to compare Orient with Cordobez if we can. So Cordobez is a bit better in cornering, and she's better at overtaking. So she's not much better. Who do we go with? Like, they're both the same age. They're both pretty similar here. I mean, Hamart's going to be the better one in the end, so I think we might just leave Hamart in. Olsen's definitely the best, so yeah, we'll leave it at that. Anyway, let's continue on. Bit of mail here. It's got issues with our finance spending. Yes, I know. Chiquita's birthday, money saving techniques, offshore account. So she's paid me some money. Okay, 500,000. Oh, thank you very much. So Chiquita's birthday. We'll throw her a party, of course. It's only 100,000 bucks, doesn't matter. Before we go anywhere, let's have a quick look. So everything's boosting slowly. We should be full 100% for race 2. Let's get stuck into a gearbox now. Just because we can, we've got $1 million bucks in the bank, so we'll get it started anyway, ready to go. Let's continue on. Going to travel to the Black Sea Grand Prix, another scout reports, but we're not even going to bother looking at these at the moment. Sponsors are all good to go. I did change our race distance to long now, so we're going to run long. We're going to go for... Let's go for second or above. I think we can really do it, especially first race of the season. Part fitting, let's have a look. I think Olsen deserves the best. Carl's better than Carroll, so if we go... It's not better by much, but a little bit better. Anyway, let's quickly go to improve parts again. We want to engine, suspension, and brakes. Gearbox we're not going to worry about because we're going to build a couple new ones. We'll put it there anyway, just in case. So I'll do what we usually do. Head on in, get practice over and done with, and we'll come back when we're ready to hit the track and get the first race of the season started here at the Black Sea Grand Prix from Russia. Hey guys, I'm back. Black Sea Grand Prix round 1, Russia. Brute force racing. Gone through practice. Carol Olsen finished P1. Oriane Hamart finished P2 by 1.7 seconds. So we're definitely quicker than the guys in third and back. But as we know, that doesn't mean anything as far as the race goes. Both girls going to go with race trim level 3. Push it to the limit for Hamart just to drop the red zone from the car, and Nurse for Olsen. Just make sure she gets to the end without issues. Car set's good here. This side was 96%. I made one quick change between handling and speed balance. Hopefully that's a big improvement. We're going to attack and use a bit of fuel. So attack and overtake to start the race, and let's see how we go. So we are 17th and 14th on the grid. Let's focus on Olsen. Let's see how she goes. Good start. Bogged down a little bit. The car's ahead. She's making good pace now. Bit of nose to tail action going on there. Hamart's back to 19th at the moment. It's a 45 lap race now. I think we only get 18 laps of fuel. Actually, no, yeah, 18 laps of fuel, so it's going to be a two-stopper anyway. We're still battling hard here. Olsen's sort of in a bit of a battle pack at the moment, so's Hamart, sort of up and down a little bit. So 14th and 18th now. Hamart's going to make a move there for 17th. Got Olsen down the inside in the last corner. She's made up one spot there. Hamart's still in 18th. Just needs some clear track now, and she's dove to the outside, but she should have stayed down the inside. She's going to lose 2, maybe 3 spots there. It's a bit of a pain. She has to try and push back a little bit here. So 14th and 18th at the moment. The safety car is out. We are not going to stop. We're going to go for low and low. Low and back up, I should say. Who's out of the race? Dreyfus is out of the race. Let's triple speed it now, because we don't need to worry about any of this stuff. Pardon me. So the car doesn't look too bad on track at the moment. Could have been a little bit more white, but still it looks fairly good. We've got Mazzatelli leading the race. Varnon in second. Gerard P3. Evans P4. Santa Ana P10 for Predator Racing Group. We're still going to continue to struggle. We know how bad their car actually is and the whole team itself. So 14th and 16th at the moment. Might put them both in neutral with their tyres just to try and bring that tyre temp up a little bit. We don't want it to get too cold. So the optimal range is mid-range there. So I know there's other guys that are blue and blue, but the tyres are going to get cold and they're going to burn them out a lot quicker than us, I'm hoping. So we could have went plus 15% race trim or plus 15% on super softs, but I figure 15% race trim is probably better than 15% super softs anyway. But then again, maybe not, I don't know. Not 100% sure. So the safety car is going to be in a second, so we're going to attack and overtake. Slow it back down to speed 1 now. Oh, everyone down the outside just gets bogged down there. We need to just keep going down the inside. So Olsen's 14th, Hamart's back to 17th now, and Olsen needs to go down the inside, not the outside. She's picking the wrong racing line. We need to be down the inside to make the pass. Need to get down the inside here of El Sadat. She does. There goes Cavalcanti tearing through. Stay down the inside. There we go, we got past Santa Ana. It's a good start as well. Here comes Hamart. Hamart needs to get through as well so we don't get held up. She's down the inside. Olsen's down the inside as well. She's going to move up to 11th spot. She does. She went through on Milo and Cavalcanti there. Hamart needs to stay down the inside. Look at Olsen trying to go 3 wide in the last corner. She does. So we're 10th and 12th at the moment, 11th and 12th. 10th and 12th now. Still going to continue to push hard. Everyone else around us is doing similar stuff, but we need to try and move through this field to get towards the front. There's Olsen around the outside. Chu couldn't make it stick, but now she's down the inside. She's gained 2 spots there. Chu and also Edwards, but now she's on the outside. But she's held it well. Hamart is back in 11th, so she needs to continue to push through if she can. Any rain coming anytime soon? No, no rain yet. So we definitely need to under investigation, and she's damaged a rear wing. Okay, we need to go for another set of super softs. Full set of fuel. Fix the rear wing. Pitch strategy normal. She's going to drop back now. So that's unfortunate for Hamart. So now we need to focus on Olsen. A lot of stuff going on there. Let's look at her car condition. It's not too bad. Hamart's wasn't too bad except for her rear wing's absolutely shot. So I'm going to drop it back to high and attack now. And medium neutral for Hamart because there's no point in pushing because she's got to go in the pits anyway. I'm not sure if anyone else has got damage or just us, but Olsen's doing well now in 8th position. We're going to double speed it. We don't want to single speed for too long. Yeah, so Hamart's right at the back of the pack, so she's going to have to come out of the pits and push extremely hard. Fuel's in, tyres are in, repairing the wing. Done, good stop, 20 seconds. She's going to come out in 18th spot now, but now she's going to need to push extremely hard. Might need to fix some of her parts later on, but we'll have to wait and see. Olsen's tyres are starting to get way too hot. So it's going to put it back to neutral now, and hopefully it starts to bring it back down a little bit. She's got 8 laps of fuel left in the tank. Josador's still pushing really hard with his tyres. We're really not catching. Well, we are. We're about the same pace. I think Hamart's going to go a lap down nearly. Yep, she's just ahead of the leaders now, so we'll put it back to neutral. Push it to the limit. Yeah, that's good news. We're going to continue to run it hard with fuel. Olsen's still pushing fairly hard with her tyres. Need to drive back to conserve now, I think, because they're starting to get a little bit hot. She's doing well nonetheless in 8th position at the moment. Still got a few spots to make up if we're going to get inside the top 2. So we'll triple speed it now and see how both the girls go. Drop Hamart back to conserve with the tyres to bring that tyre temp down a little bit. Doesn't take long for it to pick up a lot. It's going to do a 2-stopper. Well, Hamart's going to do more than 2. She's going to do be a 4-stopper, but we'll do 2-stopper for Olsen, 2 sets of super softs. Hopefully the tyre wear is not too bad. Just trying to get up in the 7th spot now with Josador just ahead. Not sure how we're going to go with Hamart fuel wise. She might be close on numbers. I don't think she'll be able to pit once more and go to the end. She's going to be close. Let's drop her back down to medium and neutral now, and high and neutral with Olsen. Olsen's going to be coming in very soon. 3 laps left in the tank. Beautiful pass there. Split Edwards and Josador to move up to 4th spot. Still a fair way behind Ingledew, the leader. She's well and truly taken off at the moment. But we've got to remember, people are going to have issues, so let's go attack and overtake now for Olsen. Let's wait till she crosses the start-finish. Bring him for the pits for a set of super softs again. 30 laps left. Going to give her a full tank so we can short stop towards the end. Park condition, everything looks pretty good, so she's going to keep running fairly hard. Now Hamart's up to 16th spot. Olsen's now in 3rd, but Gerard just ahead. Did she make a move to get into 2nd before she pits? Down the inside, there she goes, but she's come straight in the pits. Let's see how a stop goes. Fingers crossed it's good. Going to come out and go high and neutral with the tyres. Actually high and push just for a little bit. Let them warm up a tiny bit and then drop them back down to neutral. So she's out in 10th, which is 3rd out of the guys that have currently pitted. So not too bad. Hamart is in 15th at the moment. Got Evans just behind. Olsen's making a move on Rogers here. There's a lap down. She needs to try and push and get through there if we can. Around the outside, there we go. She's right behind Tang. She's making a move down the inside, she does. So she's up to 8th. Marty's in 14th at the moment. Go neutral with tyres there for Olsen. Mark's doing 21.7s. The leader's doing 24s, so she's doing quick times. Olsen just did a 22.1, so 21.7's good times there for Hamart. She could possibly come back and get a half decent result here, but I don't think she's going to make it on the podium at this race. So John Stator and Cavalcanti are both in the pits. See if we come out in front of both these guys, we will. So we're going to be in 4th position at the moment. 27 laps to go now. Some of Hamart's parts looking a bit dodgy, and it's a gearbox, which we don't really want to fix, but we may have to. What about Olsen? Olsen's are all good. Parts are all good because we've got the nurse there. Makes a massive difference. So I don't think we're going to get Hamart to the finish with one more stop. There's still 25 laps to go. She's only going to get 18 laps of fuel, so she's got 21 laps to the end. Although she is 1 lap down, so 20 laps. So we could possibly just fill her up as much as we can, put her on a set of softs, and let her run on low fuel numbers, and hope that she makes it to the end. I think that's probably our best bet, because the gearbox and engine do look a little bit dodgy at the moment. So Olsen's still in 4th. Quicker than Mazzatelli ahead. She did a 21.4 last lap. She's quicker than nearly anyone. Sabato was the quickest that lap. 22.4 for Hamart as well. So she's 1 second slower than Olsen at the moment, but she's not pushing hard. I'm going to go to back up with the tyres, or conserve, and leave her on medium fuel. Go. Olsen's up into P2 now. Hamart's got 1 more lap before she's in, so we'll need to bring her in this lap. It's going to be 22 laps to go once she pits. Can we get a full tank of fuel? Not quite. But let's fix. Okay, do we fix anything? These 2 bits are going to take absolutely forever if we fix them, but I think we will, just to make sure she makes it to the end. So go back and look at Olsen now. The tyres are getting fairly hot, so let's go back to conserve. Once Hamart comes out, we're just going to drop her back to low fuel use and medium tyre wear. So she's in now, so low, neutral. See how a stop goes. Fuel's going in. Great stop there for fuel. Tyres are in. Repairing the engine's done. Gearbox done, and off she goes. We're fighting now with 18th spot. Olsen is, who's actually slowing us down a fair bit. So that's Milo just ahead. We really need to get through on both these guys if we can. Down the inside, Olsen, we need to make these spots. Let's go overtake in neutral now, because we need to get these spots back if we can. Still struggling a little bit at the moment. A 25.3 last lap, which wasn't great. Let's see how she goes this lap. Not another great lap as well. 24.9, so another slow one. The leader's doing a 23 flat. Only thing we can hope for is them to have issues. We're trying to make a move for second now, but look at all these cars ahead. These lap cars we need to get through on. 12th spot is Santa Ana, so we need to get past her as well. Hopefully down into turn 1. Make it happen. There we go. So conserve again. I'm going to bump it back to high with the fuel. Let's see, we've lost a fair bit of ground to Edwards now, and we're 30 seconds behind the leader, Ingledew. 17 laps to go now, so we've got enough We can pit now and have enough fuel to get to the end, but I want to try and come in as late as possible. Now she's whinging about a brake, so we're not fixing your brakes, we'll just fix your engine and gearbox, so you have to just deal with it. 16 laps to go now. Olsen's still in P3. Edwards did a 23.4. Olsen did a 22.4. We have to bring her in this lap now, so we're going to bring her for another set of super softs. 15 laps to go, so we'll give her 1587 with fuel. Pit strategies, balance, part condition, they're all okay. We should make it to the end, I hope. So let's attack and overtake now until she comes into the pits. So she's going to come out and she's going to attack in neutral, or high neutral I should say, when she comes out. So fuel's in, tyres are in, great stop, 16.3 seconds. She's out in 4th position. So Mazzatelli has pitted twice, but he's going to have to come in again. It's just Edwards now that we need to hopefully undercut here. And we need to hope that Ingledew has issues. Well, I'm definitely thinking of position 2 is definitely our target and definitely a good possibility. So Hamart's doing 23.8s at the moment. There's 13 laps to go. I'm pretty sure she's at least 1 lap down. She's definitely 1 lap down, so still need to continue to save fuel to the end. Hopefully she'll have enough. Now Olsen's right on the back of Mazzatelli, who's got issues. Some mechanical parts, some issues with some of her bits and pieces there. Look, actually, yeah, it's a she, so she has got issues, and she's in. Here comes Olsen to take 3rd position. Actually up to 2nd now. She's only 8 seconds behind Edwards, the leader, so there's still potential here that we could take the win if we're lucky. So Ingledew's in the pits. So she's been in there for a very long time, so she may have had issues with some parts. Come across the line now, 11 laps to go. We're not far behind the leader, only 7 seconds behind Edwards. He was a little bit quicker last time. We know we can push a little bit harder if we need to. Let's go and have a look at Hamart. Hamart is now 2 laps down, so she should be okay fuel wise. So 10 laps to go. 8.3 laps of fuel left in the tank, so possibly not. She might be a little bit short. She's doing well if we need to. She's just going to come in and she will take a splash of fuel and continue on. Well, it won't change the tyres or anything, but Olsen's car condition, everything's still fairly good. We're losing ground to Edwards. Edwards is pushing on. It's definitely quicker than us, 120.8 last time by, 121.2 for us, so 4 tenths quicker. He has got issues though, so that's a good sign for us as well. Now Hamart is going to have to allow teammate through, just to make sure that it happens. So 8 laps left. Hamart's got 6.5 laps of fuel left in the tank, so she's been very close, I think. So Olsen is now only 5 seconds behind Edwards. Edwards may have issues. Let's go and have a look. Not smoking or anything, but we'll definitely catch him. We're only 4 seconds behind now with Olsen, and Hamart's come back to 8. So she's doing a ripper job at the moment. Said she may need to quickly pit in for some fuel, so she may drop down the order a little bit, but not too far. She said she got quite enough fuel spare. Well, we don't actually, I don't think. So we'll have a look now. Go across the start-finish line. There is 6 laps to go. She's only got 4.9 in the tank, so she hasn't got enough. I don't know what she's talking about. So Olsen's going to be close on fuel as well. So we'll just drop it back to medium now. We've got a huge gap back to 3rd position. It's just Edwards we need to catch. So if we can save a little bit of fuel, we'll be able to push a little bit harder in the last couple of laps. He's conserving tyres and he's neutral with his fuel. And we're catching now, 2.5 away, and he's got smoke. So he's retired. So there we go. Olsen's going to take first position. It's a great result. She can stay there. She's well and truly ahead of Ingledew now. So we're going to go medium conserve for her. So she's all good. Now it's 4 laps to go. I don't think Hamart's got enough fuel. She may drop a couple of spots if we pit. We'll have to monitor it again and see how she's going. She's got lots of warnings and stuff coming up. We know it's all good. Olsen across the line. 3 laps to go now. Got 2.2 laps of fuel for Hamart, so not enough. If we start the last lap with 0.8, I'll be happy, but I don't think it's going to happen. So we've got another lap. So she's got 1.4 now, so she hasn't got enough, so we're going to have to bring her in for one lap of fuel. Just to make sure she's got enough. We didn't quite make it there. Very, very close. She's currently in 5th though, so that's a good spot. So she might come out in 7th here. It's only going to be a quick stop. So fingers crossed. So she's going to be in this lap, so we overtake an attack when she comes out. Yeah, 4-second stop. She's going to come out in 6th, 7th. The final lap now for Olsen. We'll keep an eye on her. She's got a little bit of excess fuel. Still got 42 seconds back to 2nd position. So Hamart is catching Cavalcanti just ahead. So can she make the pass? That's the question, and move back up in the 6th spot. So Olsen's taken the win there. Hamart's going to come in P7, which is an absolutely amazing result considering what happened early on. It's the amazing result there for Brute Force Racing. Just a shame that Hamart had issues. Had a bit of contact and had to come back in to fix the front wing, and also I think it was a front wing. Yeah, fix one of the wings and then come in for drive-through penalty. That sort of caused a bit of issues there with her, but still a great result. 1st and 7. Extremely happy with that. So Olsen 15, 15 and 15, so she split the tyres nice. 7 laps she did before the incident, 16 and 21, so she did well. She did 21 laps. So that means she'd done 20 laps on that fuel when she only had 18 laps in the tank. So she saved 2 laps, so she's done really well there as well. No one should be caught rule breaking. No, so Carol Olsen takes the win. Hamart P7. Great points for us. 2nd in the championship at the moment, just behind Kruger Motorsport. Unfortunately, Hamart's issue there has knocked us back a fair way. See how they improve. Not too bad. Cordoba's improved as well a little bit. Marketability went up, so we expected to come 4th. We came 2nd, which is great news. Let's continue on, another 8 million in the bank. Thank you. World Motorsport Championship, Aki Lipinen P1, Dido Wexler P2, Nikolai Surikov P3. Asia Pacific Super Cup, Ricky de Graaf 1st, Kareem Shah 2nd, and Vladimir Tikovic P3. Already know our results, but Carol Olsen 1st, Laura Ingledew 2nd, and Austin Zarate P3. Which are both, Kruger Motorsports. They're going to be the ones to beat. So we'll quickly go into here before we finish the episode. So we need gearbox. So we're going to build the telemetry center straight away. So when that gearbox is built, we're ready to build a 2nd one and a 3rd one, hopefully. So yeah, this has been Brito's Gaming. Thanks for watching Season 2 of our Road to Formula 1 modded series here with Brute Force Racing. Quick recap, Olsen finished P1 on the Black Sea Grand Prix in Russia. Hamart come home in 7th with contact early on and serving a penalty, so she had an absolutely good race considering. And a lot of other guys probably had to fix bits and pieces, but it's definitely a good race for us, so can't complain. So don't forget to smash that like button. Haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you haven't seen the 1st season, go back and watch it. It was actually fairly good season to watch. And make sure you put in a comment if you know what we should be doing car-wise in pre-season, what we should be focusing on, improvability or making sure the tyre wears the best or fuel economy or this, that, or whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you when we head to the Munich Grand Prix in Germany for round number 2.